When do you know how to fly? 190 years old? You look great. Push it.
Solo, A Star Wars Story is the newest Star Wars film based on the character Han Solo. It was directed by Ron Howard, produced by Lucasfilm, and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, and is the second Star Wars spin-off film after 2016's Rogue One. Solo stars Alden Ehrenreich as Solo, alongside Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, and Donald Glover. The film explores the early adventures of Han Solo and Chewbacca, who also meet a young Lando Calrissian as they are involved in a heist within the criminal underworld.
I had quite low expectations going into this film. All of the marketing and trailers were quite bland, and nothing about Ehrenreich's portrayal of Han Solo had me interested or excited. And hearing about all of the production issues and Phil Lord and Christopher Miller being removed from directorial roles had me concerned. This seemed like a completely unnecessary movie about a beloved character whose mysterious background proved to be one of their most compelling attributes, served up as an easy cash grab. And after finally seeing the movie, I'd have to say that I wasn't too far off it. I appreciate that they're trying to do something new with these Star Wars anthology movies, but this doesn't feel like anything new. The film is pointless as it doesn't develop the character of Han Solo at all, and is only interested in showing us events that have been referenced to heavily in other films, so we're already predicting most of the things that the movie will throw at us. I can't really think of any real compelling reason to actually watch this.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin anything, but it doesn't take any risks at the same time.
Yeah.
And overall, it just comes across flat. And one of the most disappointing aspects of Solo is that they used the exact same character arc for the character that was used in A New Hope. Alden Ehrenreich ended up being fine in the role, but it just didn't feel like I was watching Han Solo. And the disconnect between the character I'm watching and the character I've fallen in love with over the years took me right out of the film. I also wish they'd touched on the history and relationship with Emilia Clarke more, as that was one of the most interesting aspects of the film.
And there was this one scene in Solo that I absolutely hated, and the best way I can describe it is this. Remember the No Man's Land scene in Wonder Woman? In the lead up to that, I thought she was going to say something really silly like, "I am no man," before stepping out of the field and crossing it.
This is no man's land, Diana. It means no man can cross it, alright?
But she didn't say it, and then the scene ended up being one of the more memorable scenes in that movie. Well, Solo does a similar setup, where you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, please don't do this, don't go ahead with this, nah, they can't do this. But they just go ahead with it anyway, and then you're just like, why? It just completely ruins it. Without spoiling much, it has something to do with his name, and it makes absolutely no sense going forward with the series, for both the original trilogy and the new current trilogy.
Aside from all this, the cinematography was really well done, and the costumes and aesthetic design was interesting. Donald Glover as Lando was the clear standout of the movie. He was charismatic and charming, and I enjoyed seeing the beginnings of his relationship with characters that led into the original trilogy. And after this movie, I would easily watch a Lando-focused film. And Chewbacca was also fun to watch.
Yeah, I did really love Donald Glover as well, but his co-pilot SJW droid was hit and miss for me. At times she was entertaining to watch, and other times the heavy-handed political and social commentary from this one character was just annoying, which looks to be a running theme with these new Disney Star Wars films. The SJW droid makes some really stupid and out of left field decisions, all to just 1, try to make an interesting set piece, and 2, to have some kind of meaningful message, but none of it works.
It's a weird thing to say about a Star Wars film, but this one a lot of the time was just boring. There's only a couple of exciting action sequences, one involving a train that has been shot quite well, but even that felt like it went on for a little too long. And the movie just wastes Woody Harrelson's potential for the movie. His character was just so forgettable that I keep forgetting he was even in the movie. Same goes for Paul Bettany. I liked him a bit here, but he didn't have anywhere near enough screen time to make an impact.
Yeah, and the ending is a weird one for me, where it's clear that the biggest story being set up is to continue with future movies, but after this one, I kind of just don't care. There was one surprise appearance from a returning character that ties this movie to some of the Star Wars animated shows, and I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Overall, while there are some good parts to this film, if you never see it, you're not really missing out on much. We give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Thank you for watching our review. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye!